So this is going to be like an interesting week because I'm still at home. But I need to get to the details about that. Let's do that. So, as I said, I'm still at home. And you're like, why? Wow, that follow me mode is sucking really bad right now. I'm not really a fan of this Osmo Pocket 4. Okay, so I'm still in Thunder Bay and you're all like, why? Okay, and the reason is I took my grandson home because I was thinking about being on this trip. Truthfully was about me and everything that I wanted for me. And what I was thinking about with me was that this was about me healing, taking time for myself. And when I took my grandson, what I realized was that I was enjoying pleasing him, but I really wasn't pleasing me. And it was starting to affect me. So I had a long talk with him about, making some adjustments. And he was like, good with it. So I took him home, and then I'm like, well, now I need to go home because the truth is, I need to set up my car for a single person. And I made videos on having it set up before I decided to take him. And then
where are you going there, bud?
That all changed. So, what can I say? Anyway, so I came home, and then I found out that I had a friend who needed some help. They were dealing with some issues and were like, can you stay? And I'm like, I can. And we've been talking about it periodically throughout the week about what's needed, and basically just needed support. And basically that's what I've been doing for the week. So I'm like, well, what kind of video do I need to make for you then? Well, truth is, I live in Thunder Bay, Ontario, and I love being from here, by the way, and there is a ton of things to show you around here, but what can you do in a 5-minute or a 15 or 20-minute video when there's so much, right? Well, first, guys, this is northwestern Ontario, which means for a lot of you guys that are looking for camping spots, this area and its surrounding area has a ton, and I mean a ton, of Crown Land camping. And if you guys want, there's lots. You just, pick out a map, use iOverlander, ask the locals where to camp, head up the Armstrong Highway, there's millions up that way, head out the Northern Lights Lake route, tons that way, great hunting spots. But we have some major features, and I want to talk about those. So that's what we're going to get to. So Thunder Bay has a lot of natural attractions, and the truth is I could never show you all of them in a 20-minute video. So it was a matter of, what can I do in that 20? Well, I thought I might as well show you the major attractions that most people love to go and see, and then you can explore the rest. Do we have a casino? We have a casino. Whoopee, so a lot of other cities. We have a beautiful, beautiful water park. One of the places that a lot of people like to come is just outside of Thunder Bay, and that is behind me. That is called the Sleeping Giant. Okay, let me just see if I can pan him. There's his head. Okay, all the way down to his feet. And the truth is, that is a peninsula. It's actually a provincial park as well. And to let you know, there is a crap load of hiking trails out there. There's also a thing called the Sea Lion. I'll see if I can post that picture here while I talk about it. I have done the hikes on there. There's one trail that is an overnight hike, which basically goes from the feet all the way to the head. But it's a lot of climbing and down and up, but there's some beautiful camp spots along the way for that. And then there is a harbor at the bottom, and I can't remember if it's called Pebble Harbor or Tea Harbor. That's the farthest I've ever walked. And at the tip, there's a bird conservation area. And because it's a provincial park, it also has a lot of camping and more trails that are even not on that. The park actually extends about halfway up the peninsula. At the bottom of the peninsula is a place called Silver Islet, and that is an old silver mining town. There are people that still own homes on there. They're very historic. The whole place there is actually very historic, and if you ever get a chance to go visit it, you gotta go see it. Now, one thing in Thunder Bay is we are the last harbor on the Great Lakes system, so we end up with a lot of shipping out of here. And the biggest thing it used to be was grain, and that is a grain elevator over there. There are numerous of these along our harbor. The other thing you can see, we have a ship out there. See if I can get him in a little bit. See? And those are some of the things that we are here. I'm going to show you a little bit. I am actually at Marina Park. That's the whole harbor. That is the Bay of Thunder, or Thunder Bay, or whatever you want to call it out there. Okay. It stretches quite a ways all the way around that peninsula out there of Sleeping Giant that I showed you. But let's go show you more of this park. More of the Marina Park. So we are definitely a fully functional harbor. You'll notice that multiple piers, multiple boats. It is very beautiful down here. Way over there is like another peninsula that walks around, and of course, see if I can get that in a little bit. That is our public dock over there, that building. Okay. A little bit more of the park. Okay, now I'm sitting up at what they call Hillcrest Park, and this actually looks over the downtown north core, and that Marina Park is actually down there, and it goes all the way over to there. And then of course there we have more. Let's see if we can zoom in. Ooh, a little bit too far. Okay. Doesn't want to zoom in, but there. Those are, as I said, grain elevators. Okay. So, let's talk about Kekabeka Falls. It's just about a 15-minute drive west of Thunder Bay. It's another provincial park which has camping. And in this video you're seeing now this is actually the falls. If you go a little bit west on the road, you're going to get to a public beach, nice little swimming there, and of course farther down that road is actual camping areas. There is an observatory on both sides of the falls. There's a bridge that you can take your car across. It's very handicap accessible, so even if you're a bit challenged like I am, you can take a scooter down or even walk on the ramps to get down there and see all of this beautiful, beautiful scenery that is here. So that is Mount McKay. That is part of the Fort William Nations Reserve out there. It's got a beautiful scenic lookout, which I'm not going to take you to today. But one of the things you should know is that we are surrounded by mountains out here. And I mean surrounded. Let's see if I can get a little bit. Okay, so that's the south side of the town. And if you were way over there, you would be able to take a video showing how much hill is on this side. Now, the one thing that you should know is that although we can have tornadoes, we've never had a tornado touchdown in the city. We have had tornadoes touch down out on the bay, which is out here. Let's see if we'll get this turned around more for you quickly. I am just a little bit here out of see more of the bay. Okay. So I hadn't said earlier Thunder Bay is a bay. It's actually a sheltered bay, so we don't get so bad out here. So let's talk a bit more about my town. And behind me we still have the Sleeping Giant. Let's see if I can get over that way. She's behind me. I'm at a place called the Bluffs. It's a scenic lookout. It actually overlooks the harbor a bit, and as I move around we can see more of the lake. Okay. Below me is 3 parks. One is Boulevard, which is a big man-made lake because there's a dam on the one end. Another one is Centennial Park, and I think the other one's called Shipwreck, but don't quote me on that one. I never remember the name of that one. Centennial Park had a pet zoo, big playground. It has a train that you can tour on. And then that is the beginning of a trail that walks all the way up to a conservation area called, and it goes past another city park called Teverz Falls, which is camping at it, by the way. And then it goes way up to a place called the Cascades. And that is a very favorite swimming hole. It's a conservation area done by the Lake of Conservation. They have numerous conservation areas all across this area, just to let you know that. And as for falls, by the way, other than Kickabica Falls, we have numerous other falls. Middle Falls, which is right on the border, 30 minutes south. And then we have Silver Falls, which is about another 25-30 minutes west. There are other falls, and at this moment I'm not thinking of all of them. So that's pretty well for Thunder Bay. There's a lot more that I could have gotten into, but I didn't. I just wanted to point out some of the more important things. But you need to know what's going forward for next week. Well, I am back on the road next week, which is good. I was looking forward to that, kind of missing it. I've made an appointment to actually have my battery replaced. Not sure if I'm going to have it in Ottawa or in Toronto, but that's on the works to be done. And if I go, I'm probably going to go with the new one. Definitely with the new one. Checking the sound. And I'm going to be doing the trip on my own. I am heading to Southern Ontario again, then I am off to Quebec. And then I'm not sure if I'm going to go to the East Coast or not, but it's still on the possibilities to do. And then back here. And we're only going to know when I'm on the road. So, I hope this was fun for you guys, because it definitely was fun for me. I'm finally figuring out this DJI Osmo, got it to work properly. Figured out that I had to connect it better. Anyway, it's connected much better and it's working. Yay! Anyway, guys, like the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not making any more money. They demonetize everything of mine. I'm not allowed to monetize till I hit so many hours. So this isn't about the money, guys. But if you want to help me get back up to that place, share the video. Get encourage people out there. Share all of my videos for this trip. I look forward to that. And trust me, there's a lot more adventures. I am looking at the East Coast. I am looking at the West Coast. I am taking one of my best friends on a road trip to Winnipeg for a weekend. We're going to cover that one. You're going to love Jimmy. Jimmy's awesome. Anyway, guys, thank you. Remember, life is too short. Get out there. Enjoy it.